Yep. Hey, how you guys doing out here? James Humphrey with another episode of Real Talk with Real Men. I got my co-host with me, Kyle.
What's going on?
And this episode is a very, very important episode.
Okay.
Dealing with bitch niggas.
Oh, okay, yeah, absolutely.
Bitch niggas. Oh.
Everlasting problem.
Oh, they're everywhere too.
We'll be everywhere.
The thing you have to understand is they are everywhere. They're at your job.
At least one.
They pretend that you're friends. Some of them are family members.
Lot.
You know, and it's very contagious.
How do we navigate around this?
Yeah, because if you hang out with bitch niggas long enough, you will in turn
Pick up bitch habits.
bitch habits, in turn become a bitch nigga.
Let's fight that off then. Okay.
And so,
Yes, let's help the community. Fighting that off. Let's go.
fellas, real men. My number one rule with dealing with bitch niggas is boundaries, man.
Okay. How do you identify bitch nigga?
Setting boundaries, because the thing with the bitches is that they like to push or even jump or even climb over boundaries. And so I would say primarily majority of my life was just dealing with just bitch niggas. People doing just dirty shit. You know, just doing stuff that just ain't
Underhanded, kind of sleazy deals.
sleazy, you know.
Okay.
Hey, man,
Backstabbing.
people call
talking
me up.
behind your back.
People call me up, hey man, let's go to the club. All right, bet, cool, man, let's go. Then we get to the club, but they ain't got money to get in.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you on that. I hear you on that.
You know what I mean?
You just sound like bum ass friends.
Bum ass friends.
Okay, yeah. I understand.
So it's like,
that.
if we go, let's go.
Yeah.
But you paying your way in and I'm paying my way in. So my number one rule, especially when it comes to bitch niggas, is so much as boundaries, but then with that boundary, it's like everybody pays for their own shit.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
that in turn will cancel out a lot of bitchness.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like we go out to
understand
eat, you ain't got money to pay your tab. It's like, you know, I gotta
Yeah.
cover for you, and then you gotta pay me
My
back.
thing is, shit, let that be a surprise if we're going out anywhere. You know what I'm saying? For me, you're an adult. So if you don't have money, put that on the table. Like, let me know. And it's not nothing to be shameful about if we're talking about amongst friends. If this is supposed to be a genuine friend of yours, then I don't mind covering people. I don't mind spot you and shit, never pay me back, or you gonna get me the next time we go out type shit. I'm just a generous person like that, but I have to limit myself so it doesn't get abused.
Well, see,
that's where the
thing.
bitch assness comes in
That's-
for me, because if I consider you a friend, then dog, we rolling. If I tell you, hey James, we gonna hit the bar or whatever the fuck, bro, I really ain't got that much money, I'm tight right now, dog, I got you, I'll get you in and I'll cover your drinks, man, just because I would actually value a conversation and some time spent with someone that I see as a friend. If the finances is the problem, bro, that's not a factor if we hanging out, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it's gonna come back within the relationship. Hands are gonna wash each other. So I'm cool with it on that accord, but as long as there's a reciprocation. When it's the reciprocation starts to be light, or you ain't got me covered the same way I got you,
See-
we go to places and shit, I might be a little light on chains or something, and I'll let you know, but then it's all right then, bro, I'ma change my plans up and I'm gonna go without you, or we just can't go this time. But it's like, okay, if I'm covering the tab, just jump in the car. If I hit you up like, shit, I really ain't got the change to go, but you know what I'm saying, if y'all sliding, if you can cover me, I can pay you back, and you funny style with it, then it's just like, okay, I see.
And that's where I mean by boundaries.
I see, and I put you
Yep.
in that bitch ass category, and I deal with you accordingly after that. But for me, it's not just an automatic cutoff to everyone. It's just, I give you a rope, basically. I give you the rope and you hang yourself if you're going to hang yourself.
I don't think I've ever had a real man like reciprocate, if I'm being honest with you.
Bro, I'll say it's rare.
Hard. It's
very
hard.
rare, but I have had and ran across some real good dudes that were just, they
Down
had
on
that
their luck.
mindset of, yeah, bro, let me be good to you because you good to me type things. And it's a symbiotic relationship. You know what I'm saying? We done came up and got different, benefits and bonuses together. I know about a little something over here that you could use. hey, you know about a little something that I could use, or a tip on the job, or anything. You know what I'm saying? Some good fortune to come your way if you keep the relationship good and just helping each other out. So when it gets off of that, it seems like, okay, a motherfucker's kind of using me for the benefits, because like I said, I'm generous. So when the motherfucker, I'm constantly being generous, and I'm noticing you always around with your hands out, but you ain't never putting nothing on the table, I'm gonna slowly start easing off of you and giving your distance. And that's just because I can't keep pouring into you and not get nothing in return. Not that I do things with expectation at all. I don't do anything with expectation, but it's just like I do keep a track of how far I'm lending myself, so I don't overexert myself in your direction to where I can't pour into my family. I can't give the appropriate time or focus to my son or something. I'm lacking on finances because I'm helping everyone else out. I let you loan or borrow $400 and you going slow on paying me back type shit.
Well, I wouldn't
okay,
go
you messing, you know what I'm saying? You messing up my life over here now because of your neglect. It's like, yeah, you got to keep it sharp in those terms.
Yeah, most definitely boundaries on the money. Here's the second one. Here's the second one, big one.
Yeah.
Boundaries on your problems.
Okay.
I'm all about listening, hearing, if you need this, whatever. But when it comes to problems, it's no longer your shit is my shit and my shit is your shit kind of thing. Because usually what happens is that your shit always ends up being my shit and I'm stuck holding the bag kind of shit. And I'll give you a fair example. Because if you're my real friend, you my real nigga, you wouldn't put me in a compromising situation.
Right. I think that's a...
Here's the thing, and this is
just
true story.
Respect to being friends, motherfucker.
True stories. Like, hey man, we're at the club, hanging out, blah blah blah. You get into it with a certain person, whatever words exchange. Hey man, this dude tried to fight me, whatever. You go jump in, blah this, blah that. And I'm thinking, why would you put me in a bad situation to begin with? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's bitch nigga shit. Yeah. Like, just cancel that shit out altogether.
You know what I'm saying? Your temper, and you just got like, a little deeper than what you can handle.
You know, don't come at me talking about, your problems is my problems, my problems, your problems. Yeah. Like, this is a your problem type situation. Yeah. And I know how it sounds. Yeah. You know, but real niggas don't make other real niggas into problems. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yes. Now, I will speak just specifically in a situation like that. Now, if it's your dog and a motherfucker is being out of line with your homie or somebody else like that, then absolutely, if the problem or conflict is unavoidable, I got your back. You know what I'm saying? But if you out, and I've encountered this in my younger days, being, you know, mid-20s, you going out with a group of fellas and, you know, one cat just is a little over-aggressive with the ladies, or this motherfucker too drunk. Yeah. To where he just being an ass, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, now if you just being obnoxious and stupid, you being annoying to everybody, I'm gonna check you, one, because I'm your homie, and say, hey bro, chill out bro, you kind of ruining the time for everybody else type shit. Make sure you got all your shit and your belongings with you and that you safe, but also bro, don't embarrass us out here, you know what I'm saying? You got us looking like clowns type shit. So definitely check your folks, but some people are too scared and bullshit and chicken shit to say that to somebody that they call a friend. Oh, I can't tell you how to act or behave. Just tighten up, bro. Like, I'm not trying to be in the group with the motherfucker trying to just thirstfully get at the women and hey, excuse me, miss, female, this, bro. If she's throwing you signs that she ain't interested, you really should stop. And I'm not gonna be the nigga standing next to the nigga that's hounding bitches, cause it's just like, that's not what I'm about.
Well, it's not even that. It's like, you know this dude's in a committed relationship, whatever. He's out there doing dirty shit.
That might be.
That's your shit, whatever. But don't be a bitch nigga and try to get me involved with your shit, truly, man.
Bro, always.
But hey, man, tell Susan, tell whoever that was with you,
right?
Whatever, like, man.
Right. Nah, shouldn't be no shit like that.
Like, don't.
I should have to lie to cover for your bullshit.
Don't include me in your bitch nigga shit, man. Especially if you doing dirt shit, man.
True.
You know?
I agree with that.
I think, the realest of real men has to be as honest as possible.
Be as honest as possible,
hold
and
some
if you
sort of
gotta
integrity,
do something,
you know what I mean,
that may be frowned upon, or you gotta make a move on somebody. You gotta do some things that might be illegal. You don't know.
And this is exactly what I mean.
Take care of that shit by yourself.
And this is exactly what I mean by, if you hang around people like that, you will slowly turn into people like that. Because if they lie and do
your hands dirty with they shit, and then their lies become your lies and all that type shit.
It turns bad, man.
Yeah.
So now we have to
Keep
talk
the boundary.
Yep, keep the boundaries.
Yeah.
But then we have to talk about bitch niggas in the workforce, man. Because
that's the most prevalent problem I face is just everywhere.
Because these people
I go
are kind of unavoidable because they're at work.
And there are various. We say the term bitch niggas, but these can be people of color, people of black demographic, Hispanic, white, or whatever have you.
Yeah.
This can be male or female. But bitch assness it just falls into that general category
very
of what we would call bitch niggas.
Yeah.
So
90%
at the workplace, you got all kinds of bitch niggas of various qualities, and
for me, it's like 90% the boss, man.
sometimes it's a motherfucking peon that wants to be the boss,
Acts like they're the boss. You know, bark orders like they the boss.
kissing ass of a manager, and then they think they got a little clout or a little authority.
It's always like the
And
veteran.
they want to abuse their little position of power.
You know, the person that's been there for 5, 10 years or so, they think they have some sort of seniority, so they can just boss everybody around to get them to do the work they supposed to do.
Yeah, alleviate their load. I understand that. Go ahead.
Because it's like you can't go to your boss and be like, hey, I can't work with this dude because he a bitch nigga.
It's very tattletale-ish and
You know,
just soft to even have to do that. I'm
like,
more of a address the problem with the person type of person. I will more often go directly to the person I have a problem with rather than tell my manager first. Now I will let my manager know what's going on if they come asking, but I'm not one to go tattling about this motherfucker did this and this motherfucker did that. I'm more of the I'm gonna address you about it, and if it persists, then we can handle this on our own time type. And that's just my hard-headed knuckleheadedness from being a younger guy.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. My approach is, it's like I like avoiding conflict. So when people, you know, especially with bitch niggas, they try to tell me something to do or something like that.
Yeah.
I like completely ignore it. Like my mind goes like to the beach.
Yeah.
Or like I'm standing, you know, at the bus stop or something. Like my mind is like in one ear out the other. Then I go out and do my own thing anyway.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to bite me in the ass later, it's like that dude ain't my boss. So why the hell is he telling me what to do in the first place? You know what I mean? So it's like,
for me, I see that approach.
you know,
And my dealings with it, my luck with it is if you don't nip some shit in the bud of someone just doing some shit that they really shouldn't be, as far as abusing power or trying to abuse power, trying to throw their weight around, trying to talk to you condescendingly or being disrespectful and rude, unprofessional, just out the gate. Any things of that nature, if they're trying to do that type shit, I let them know, hey, not in these words, but you got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You got me fucked up because I do my job, whatever the job may be, by the book and by instruction. So that check keeps me in line of, you shouldn't be scrutinizing what I do or my work or the quality of anything because I'm doing procedure. I'm following protocol. So outside of being here early, being here late or whatnot, there should not be any problems. My job is being taken care of appropriately and efficiently. So when motherfuckers start throwing shade at me and, you know, want to know different details or just too nosy in your business or, hey, where are you, what department are you in, what are you doing here and this, that, bro, if I'm here or if I'm doing anything I've been instructed to or it's been approved by my supervision. I have my own supervision and we talk to each other accordingly. We communicate and I'm always on task. I do that because being the black guy in the environment, I'm often one of few in the room. So just to avoid any extra unwanted scrutiny, I'm always on my P's and Q's with my job. That's just the combat and the defense of, I know bitch niggas are lurking. I don't want nobody snitching on me about some petty shit that becomes a problem for me in the workplace to where now my money is fucked up all because you want to be a hoe. You making hoe ass decisions and I can't let that mess up my money.
No, I always like.
So I play on my P's and Q's, and when motherfuckers identify themselves as being a bitch, like, okay, you just really can't stop being nosy. You always concerned about what I'm doing. I'm going to make sure I do a phenomenal job, and I'm going to appear like I'm not doing shit to you. I can run a whole kitchen by myself, or I can run a whole warehouse damn near by myself and make it look like I've done nothing all day. Just how efficient I am.
See,
and that drives motherfuckers nuts.
See, that's my kind of like my secret is that I
Yes.
lower my expectations,
Yeah.
a little bit. If
Yeah.
that makes sense, because
Okay.
like when bitch niggas try to get you to do something or something
Mm-hmm.
like that, it's like, okay, I lower my expectations, so it gets them to think that I was the wrong person to talk to or the wrong person to tell them what to do or tell what to do in the first place. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's like the idea with bitch niggas is that all they really want to do is take advantage of you. You know, that's like
Impose their will.
their
Get something out
their
of you
bitch
for nothing.
niggas secret.
Yes.
You know, control, advantage, that
Yes,
stuff like
they
that.
have power struggles.
So when
definitely
you
say.
when you more or less take that ability for them to take advantage of you away,
Yeah.
then they have no use for you, and then
Yeah.
they go run their bitch ass somewhere else. Or usually that's when they start tattling.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah. Like I say, I address motherfucker from the gate. If I feel some shade coming my way, I'm going to do it professionally. I'm going to tell you, hey, I just really don't think that what you did was appropriate. And if it's a problem that's going to persist, we need to rectify this. We need to resolve this in a timely manner before it escalates. Outside of that, and I'm saying it with a tone and a look in my face that means, bro, if you want to hit the parking lot, we really can do that shit. A lot of times, motherfuckers will fold. Damn near 99% of the time,
Yeah.
motherfuckers fold, and then they want to get other people involved. They want to get HR involved at that point because
That's
I'm
what
not the
bitch niggas
I'm
do.
not the motherfucker that's just gonna talk to you all the time and have a meeting, bro. I'm concentrated about my money. I'm here for a purpose, and if you are a hurdle or an impediment in that, we gotta see what's going on. Either I'm not gonna be here or you're not gonna be here. I'm coming in today, I'm leaving a job. You know what I'm saying? Because certain situations transpire to where I feel like hoe ass niggas might play with my money later on. Nah, before I give you the opportunity to start playing with my money, let me go and find and secure my spot and move on before I have to beat your ass or
when we-
be upset about some money gone that I feel that I was entitled to.
and that's when we. Refer to the past episodes where the
Yeah.
level of bullshit increases
Yes.
more than the level of pay.
Outweigh the pay. Yes, absolutely.
Oh man. What else is wrong with bitch niggas, man? You ranting for a bit, man.
But shit, it ain't even always anyone in management, man. It'll be peers that just think you get more in your pot or they pocket watching and man, they watching a break. They watching how long you talk to certain people, how long you on your phone. They start looking and nitpicking at the minutes that you spending doing whatever you doing on your job. When, dude, you don't get no fucking dollars for doing this. You get no incentive to be a snitch and a hoe and these type of things in that way. But it seems like it drives you with passion to go tattletale on someone for things like that. Like,
My biggest thing is how the hell you go to snitch on me for doing dirty shit when you doing the same dirty shit?
Oh,
Everybody's
absolutely.
doing the same dirty
that's the
shit.
same
You know what I
thing.
mean?
It's
It's like everybody takes extra 5. Everybody,
extra
you know what I
5
mean?
happens, or you're walking and wandering and shit. You've been talking to somebody for 10 minutes
that's
before
how
you know it.
like,
but that's
they
just
hate-
human
they-
interaction.
They specifically hating on you
yes.
when they,
When they can ignore it from everyone else, but
Uh-huh.
then they pinpoint you because you're doing the same things that everyone else is getting away with.
yeah.
Yeah. And I think, you know what I'm saying, even from a management perspective, bro, like phone policies are kind of strict with a lot of places to where don't want you on your phone or your screen time and this, that, the other. You're supposed to be paying attention to a job, which is understandable. But in the world that we live in, people have kids, people have to talk to daycare, schools, health information. Motherfuckers are calling about doctors for their parents. They
Other
have to
other
talk
females.
about prescriptions and things of
Talk
that
to other
nature.
females.
Yeah, other females and whatever have you. So people, that's just a people thing. People are going to talk. How do you circumvent that? How do you overcome that? And allow them appropriate time to, hey, if it's important, if it's about, family or anything like that, handle your phone call or your text message or your communication, whatever you have to do off the floor, not in the office, or, make yourself private for a moment and step to the side and have your conversation, but also check back into work. You're here for a purpose. People will always abuse that, but at the same time, I don't think you're going to get around people trying to or persistent about sneaking and getting on their damn phone and type shit like that. Like, that's just something that's going to come with the territory. But motherfuckers will just hammer on things like that, like it's just never supposed to happen. And it's like, it's just not realistic unless you like make people lock their phones up in a locker before they enter your work, which some people do, and people still sneak in electronics and phones and still use the shit. So I've seen it happen.
Okay.
So it's just like, you're not gonna get around it, but man, if you can coach your staff to a level of integrity and mutual respect of, hey, we're here for a job, let's perform it, even if we are having a conversation, keep your hands moving, keep your focus up. If you're a little bit too distracted, go on and end that call and get back on it, man. Boost your production for a while. It's just being responsible for yourself in that way, and shit, a supervisor shouldn't have to tell you shit like that. You know you've been bullshitting, so if you want your job to be secure, stop bullshitting and pay attention to what you got to do type things. It's a mutual responsibility between them and your employer or employee and employer to allow that space to do it, and also be mindful of whatever your task for work is. Take care of that shit and just don't abuse your time or whatever you getting.
Mm-hmm. What would be, and this is a good question, what would be like your biggest like bitch nigga pet peeve? You know, for me it's timing.
Timing.
Like for me it's specific timing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And what I mean by timing is like, hey man, come pick me up at blah blah blah, and I get there and then you 30 minutes late.
Oh yeah,
type shit.
okay.
And then I had one friend who would call me, or I'd call him, he wouldn't answer, whatever, but he'll call me back, and then when we're talking, he'd be multitasking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, come back when you ready to
like doing all sorts of different shit, and I'm just on the phone like, okay, you called me back to talk, but then now you're not talking, you just doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, call me back when you kind of give me your undivided attention.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And he do this every single phone call.
But I think that's just a level of maturity with individuals. We all catch
We're talking
around.
about bitch niggas though.
We catch around to it at different rates and shit, but bitch assness is letting it go unchecked. That's where I would say you fall into the category of a bitch ass person, because you know that time is important to everyone. Mm-hmm. So if you don't want your time wasted, if you don't like standing in a fucking long line, you know that another person doesn't like standing in long lines or want to wait for you for an excess of 20 minutes when you said 5 o'clock is going to be whatever time now. And with no communication too, that's a big pet peeve of mine. Communication, we're grown, we have phones. Shoot me a text or let me know if you're going to be delayed. Let me know that you're not going to come. My big thing, what I would say is my strong thing is the communication in agreeance upon to do or not to do something. Mm-hmm. I used to be a very social person. I always wanted people to come over or come through, or always create an event or an outing amongst friends to, hey, let's meet up, let's go have dinner here, let's have just a kick it session here, let's get together and roll up something and just talk amongst ourselves as the fellas, or get your lady and we can go do dinner somewhere. I'm inclusive with my friends, my family in that way, but motherfuckers will agree or say, yeah, hit me up, and time comes, everyone's a no-show.
Yep.
Everybody's flaking out.
They find something better.
I got reservations done, and we sitting there, and then motherfuckers is like, bro, I ain't gonna be able to I ain't gonna be on time. It's like, dog, I can deal with anything, but just communicate, tell me. Mm-hmm. If you're not gonna come, please don't say yes on the initial ask, because you pretty much know if you really want to on the initial ask, bro. If it's something that you really don't see yourself doing, it's okay to say, I'm not interested. Mm-hmm. I appreciate the invite, but I'm just not interested. Yeah. It's not something that you gotta make time for, or something that you're obligated to do. Yeah, just say I'm not interested.
Yeah, I don't understand how, bitch niggas try to keep their options open. They'll say yes to everything and then pick the one thing
they want to do at the last minute. I feel you on, and it's usually the option that doesn't cost money, mm-hmm. and motherfuckers is gonna cover their way. See, now I had folks like this and shit. I go out of the first part of the conversation, man. I include motherfuckers. Let's go out. Let's roll. I don't mind driving. Shit, I don't mind covering your ass if you need a little help getting over the cover and some drinks or whatever the fuck. Whatever the situation is, we gonna do, bro. If you need a little help, man, I'm gonna help you because I feel that you are a friend. That's only who I'm gonna hang out with first place. So I'm not hanging out with randoms or new people or strangers and shit like that. I'm gonna hang out with people that I'm familiar with off the bat, unless it's someone my wife knows and we're just meeting them type shit. More often than not. Then I cover you and all this type shit, and motherfuckers, when they are up, they have their money, they have their check and this type shit. I'll be sitting at home chilling. My phone is fucking dead. No kind of communication. Ain't nobody hit me up. Ain't nobody talking. But then I'll see you kicking it on the book with somebody. You at a party and you,
especially if they owe you money,
drinking big and all kind of shit. Or you know, we have mutual friends, so it's like, oh shit, I ain't heard from you. But then I'll talk to Joe. And Joe be like, oh yeah, I was just with Greg, bro. We was just kicking it over at, you know what I'm saying, this bar over, what's the name? Shit, we had a good ass time. He was talking to who, the dude, blah, blah. It's like, damn, okay, y'all went out kicking it. Motherfucker was on my back the last week about, you know, let's go to here. And you know what I'm saying, I really ain't got it. Can you cover me? But when you up and you got yours, you don't hit me up and say, okay, let me pay Kent back and just favor. Like, man, you fellowship with me. You broke bread with me. Let me, now that I got my coming up, let me break bread with you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you good. Let me just check on and say, what's up, dog? How you doing? It ain't always a financial thing. Shit, I just text people sometimes. Hey, how you been? Because I ain't talked to you. Motherfuckers will never reach out to you in return just on, hey, bro, how you doing? I ain't heard from you in a while. I can't hang out with you, but shit, how you been doing? You know what I'm saying? A couple of minutes of conversation. Motherfuckers don't even do that. So it just be like, god damn.
You'll notice how bitch niggas will only come to you when they need something.
In need.
That's like the biggest thing.
And you turn people that you should be treating as friends, even relatives or whatever, as, I feel like, objects, like machinery. You're not really engaging with the emotional content of a person. You're just there for their benefits and their function. Whatever they provide to you or whatever they can do to benefit you in your situation, I engage with you on those terms. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I identify that, and then that's when I start getting my distance from you. I'm not gonna try and change the way you are, because I feel like you know full aware what you're doing. When you cross somebody over and you do some underhanded shit, or you sneaky behind somebody's back, you using people for they funds and bullshit like that, you know good and well what you're doing.
I don't know, man. There's some bitch niggas that are so good at what they do.
I hold motherfuckers accountable, bro. You know you being a hoe. You know you being a hoe. Because this is the thing: if someone did the exact same shit to you, you would feel disrespected. And it's always, I feel disrespected if you did the exact same thing to me. So if you feel like that, you know you doing some hoe shit. You wouldn't be, you know, so set on anger if the shit gets done to you. If you were truly oblivious and ignorant to what you were doing, you would be like, damn, I'm confused. Why are you being so distant with me? And why are you being so off with me? I don't understand what it is, because to me, I'm being nothing but genuine, forthcoming, and all this to you.
I don't know, man, because I cut all the bitch niggas out of my life, and they call me up like, hey, man, where you been, man? I haven't seen you in a while, whatever. It's like,
but
how do you not know?
I think that's playing games, bro. I think that's trying to play ignorant when you are truly aware of what the divide is. You know exactly why we don't talk, but you trying to play dumb in hopes that it's something else rather than the real reason why I don't fuck with you. I have guys like that, bro. Motherfuckers that more often than not, it's over a little bit of money. A motherfucker owe you a little bit of money, bro, and they forget your whole fucking number. Forget how to contact you, how to call, how to say what's up. We've been kicking it for years. Over a little bit of money borrowed or lent, motherfuckers will stop talking to you immediately. And I'm like, well, damn, I mean, if that's all it was, a little bit of change, then why the fuck we been kicking it this goddamn long? Like, one day you decide, you know that you're not going to pay me back accordingly. You know you're not going to come and find me to give me my money back. So, like, why did you ask? Just so we could end the friendship. That's what kills me. Like, bro, we been cool. We been dogs this whole damn time. We ain't had problems. If you knew you were going to fuck up and not pay me back accordingly, or do some shady shit and just stop talking to me, trying to avoid me type shit, once you owe me some money, why even borrow it in the first place? Wouldn't I be more beneficial as a friend to you than to ruin the relationship altogether over $40, $50? motherfuckers will ruin the relationship.
I like-
I'd be like, damn, okay.
I got
Cool.
rid of a bitch nigga over $20.
Bro, I had to get a motherfucker straight over $2 one time.
$2.
Two. The motherfucker owed me a little bit of change. It was supposed to be a $20 payment. I get to the motherfucker's house. This nigga only got 17. Then I see the motherfucker at work the next day. He only got $1 on him. I'm like, bro, you nickel and diming me over this $20 type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, oh, bro, I got you. But motherfucker bullshit. And he up here caking and hoeing with all these bitches and asking for bumming for cigarettes and shit at the job and all kind of shit. Running to the gas station, you got money to get you some lunch and all kind of stuff. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I see your moves. You spending money at the same time you don't have money for me, and it's $2 But me, that's enough rope for me. Once I see that you bullshitting on my time and with my money, you cut. Before I really have this problem of I want to get violent. So before I get violent with motherfuckers, it's best I give you some distance.
Mm-hmm.
And then if things persist, then I gotta handle you a different way. But
See,
yeah,
for me
trying to stay out of jail and without court cases and lawsuits and giving out money for fines, I like to give people distance now.
Mm-hmm.
I used to handle it a different way in previous years, but
for me, I could break, like I said in previous episode, I could break all the rules when it comes to women and dating and everything.
Yeah.
But when it comes to bitch niggas, I don't break those 2 rules. That number 1 rule
that's
is
insane.
you pay your shit, I will pay my shit.
Yeah.
And then your problems is your problems,
Yeah.
and my problems is my problems. I don't have no problem listening to your shit, man.
Yeah.
But don't include me. I'm not gonna try to fix it.
Yeah.
None of this shit, none of that shit. You know what I mean? If you need some help with something, or you need help putting the cabinet up, doing the door, whatever. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
But your problems, however, is your problems.
Did you offer advice? Because sometimes that's the fix.
Well, see, here's the thing with advice.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I have no problem giving advice. It's just most people don't listen to advice.
Yeah, people oftentimes they just want to vent
You know
to
what
be
I mean?
heard, or they
Most people
rant
just want to vent
just
to be
talk.
heard, whatever.
Don't really want your
You know,
resolution.
and then for me, when it comes to bitch niggas, it's like it's a huge problem for me. Like if I go to you about my problem, right? I'm coming to you for a specific reason, talk about my issue, whatever. How is the conversation going to turn into your issues? And now I'm sitting here listening to your fucking problems.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm the one that needed advice.
Yeah.
I'm the one that needed to vent. And now I'm talking to you about your shit.
I
You know
hate
what I mean?
motherfuckers that can't keep confidence and confidentiality between 2 parties talking.
Yep.
I hate when I tell one person one thing and then I got fucking Terry over here coming back to me like, hey, Ken, I heard this and that. I'm like, God damn, bro. Like, I told you this shit 5 minutes ago and I already got this motherfucker coming and asking me about this shit.
Yep.
It's like, I didn't say nothing that needed to be carried to the next person's ears. If I wanted everyone to know, I would have told everybody. I told your ass because I thought you could hold water, but no.
Yeah.
A lot of motherfuckers just talking in that type of way to where shit that I say that's private to me and personal to me, you want to use for gossip and subject matter and other conversations. I cut that out because motherfuckers, they'll have all your business all over your workplace and people thinking and trying to, watch your pocket and measure what you doing and see what you're doing on weekends and your days off. Oh yeah, you said you don't do anything, so I kind of know that you're free and available. Let me ask you to do this type shit. It's like, nah, don't just be counting my time. Like, who told you I don't have shit to do? Like, even if I don't have shit to do, I want to do nothing for myself, motherfucker. Don't just be in my time, in my pocket like that.
It's like for me, I go to a person's like, hey man, I had this issue with this girl, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, man, that happened to me one time. But what happened was blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, so now I'm stuck for the next 5, 10, 15 minutes. Just like,
yeah, but if it ain't a constructive, hey, you could try this involved,
you know what I mean?
That's a useless.
And so it's like, man, I gotta talk to somebody else about this shit.
I also, just in conversation, I feel like this is just a bitch ass nigga trait, but motherfuckers that will try to validate hearsay. I am open to all kinds of ideas, mental constructs, shit. If you want to talk about hypothetical situations or a world that doesn't exist, I'm with you. I can talk scientific, or we can just talk about the literal. This is right, this is wrong, black and white and gray, political conversation. I'm here for all of it. I'm open to all of it. I want to hear it. I like to hear new ideas. when a motherfucker starts telling me things and then they're just stamping it like this is verified truth. Hey bro, this is the best one that you can do. This is nothing else is better than this. This is where I got, and they haven't purchased, haven't gone, haven't experienced, have no affiliation with, was not there for the construction of anything, but they're just going off of, I saw a video and someone else told me, my dog told me, my man, I got a man that works down there at Google who told me this is how that works.
Those are the biggest.
It's like, okay, that's what your guy told you, and I don't doubt someone did tell you that. But that doesn't mean that that is true, that is verified, that is valid. So don't tell me something like that, and maybe I'm basing my decision making off of that. Off of what you said. Nah, don't do that. That's why it's best to do your own research and be very careful with the information you allow people to give you and put on you. Yeah. Don't just believe everything at face value, because motherfuckers oftentimes have no clue, no research, no personal tie to the subject matter, but they will speak of what they've heard and videos they've seen like it's just factual.
I think bitch niggas want you to convert to the bitch like niggery or whatever, you know what I mean?
Birds of a feather
flock together, yeah. So they try to like convince you,
their group.
You know, convince you of that their bitch nigga decision is right or something like that, and you're thinking like,
be like-minded.
Nah, I don't think that's right, man. But because we're friends, I guess we can hang out or whatever. And then
will be persistent in trying to convince you.
Before you know it, you look in the mirror like, I done turned into a bitch.
Hopefully not. Put the brakes on before you get there.
Oh man, yeah. And then I think the biggest way to identify a bitch nigga is that if you can value them as a friend. I think that's, for me,
absolutely,
that was like the biggest thing of like, some people gotta go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if I can't,
there's associates and people,
you know, if I'm thinking, okay, this is my friend, you know, but is he really my friend? Do I really call him a friend? You know, I bailed this motherfucker out of jail like 3 times, but would I really go to jail for him?
Is this a healthy relationship?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
Is this beneficial for me as it is them? Yes.
It's like, I'm really pouring out here, but I'm not getting anything back. And then the biggest thing is like, you're not making me better.
Yeah, that too.
You know what I mean?
I definitely value encouragement from people that you value. It's not always family. It's not always even your friends, man. More strangers are encouraging to me than people I have personal connections with. You know what I'm saying? I'll see people that may know a few weeks through just surface connections. We were out at the same spot or at the same event together, and they'll see something I work on or something that I do or something that I own, and it's like, man, that's beautiful, bro, or that idea is dope, man. You should really persist with that. You should really carry on with that type shit. I have conversations with people I'm related to, and they just have no comment, no input. All right, cool. What y'all want for dinner? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, damn, I got this whole idea ironed out here, and you got no input on what could be better, what's not good. Do you think that it will be successful? No insight, not even just follow-up questions to show that you were listening when I was describing what I was talking to you. Nothing. You looking at your phone and waiting for your opportunity to talk while I'm talking type shit. You just be like, okay, I can't share my ideas. You know, that's why you protective over your intellectual property, your ideas and your hopes and dreams, aspirations and shit. Because it's like, if I let you start talking on this subject, you're going to discourage me. You're going to discourage me. You're going to talk me out of it. You're going to tell me there's a better way, or you're going to tell me it's not going to work. So, nah, let me not even fuck with you on those accords. So,
for my closing, this is my closing. Okay. So we talked about friends, talked about the workplace. We got to talk about family. Okay. Bitch niggas in the family.
Okay.
For me, it's more or less cutting people out. You know, I missed a lot of Christmases, a lot of Thanksgiving, just not hanging out with people, hanging out with family, just because I just don't want to be around that one bitch nigga. In the crib. Okay. You know what I mean?
Me, I have a tough family to navigate because it's a lot of bitterness in my family. I would say with mother and father side type shit. And
I hate to interrupt you, but I found like spending holidays by myself is a lot better than hanging around bitch niggas.
Hey, you create your own peace, man.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? You
like
got the
it's
fake
bad.
triggers and factors that you don't like.
It's either
concerning
that,
the family.
it's either that, or I will go to an event so damn early. They still cooking the food. It's like, hey, everybody doing good?
Just to show your face and dip
Like,
on
see
out.
ya.
Dip out before it gets too thick. Yeah. Questions start coming and faces start showing up. You know?
Yep. So she here
I
yet?
agree.
Is she coming? All right, gotta go.
I agree, bro. And it's unfortunate, bro, because I really valued family when I was coming up. I really had this idea that we would get older, and I grew up with a lot of cousins, that we would get older and just keep hanging out.
Yep.
We would be this age now, 34, 35, and we would still be having barbecues together. We would still be getting together to drink and had the kids over. Your kids play with my kids, the cousins are tight. We all know each other. I thought that was how it was gonna be when I was a kid, bro. We had so much fun.
Nope.
We got adults, bro, and just got spaced out, and everybody got into what they're doing individually, which is
life.
expected,
Yeah,
and that's
it's life.
life, and that's cool. But it is also workable to have relationship and contact with people that you fucking grew up with and been kicking it with your whole life. These are your cousins, your family, your aunts and uncles. We can still contact each other and communicate and, hey, come through. We having this go on. We ain't even having nothing come on, just come through because shit, I ain't seen you in a while. We have none of that type shit in my family, but outside of certain individuals, you know what I'm saying? And everybody just has something negative to say about another party to where it's just like, you motherfuckers really don't fuck with each other, so if I throw something, I can't invite you to. And you two motherfuckers don't really fuck with each other, so if I have an event, I really can't invite you two, or I gotta pick which one I wanna invite type shit. And then when you don't invite somebody, this motherfucker's gonna feel some type of way, this motherfucker gonna type. So it's like trying to navigate that, make everybody happy and still have an event, bro, it's tiring. So it's like you get tired, I get worn out, I know I do. So it's like you stop trying, you stop communicating, you stop reaching out as much. And bitch ass niggas in the family, when you just can't connect on, hey, let's just be family, let's connect with each other, let's fellowship, let's, you know, spend some time conversing and being with each other. You can't do that shit. It's just like, okay, I still connect with who I can. I do that because, shit, I have a grandmother that has a situation where she lives with another relative that we don't see eye to eye with, and that person's kind of outcasted with the whole family. They just say evil shit about the whole damn family. And it's like, okay, I don't want to see this person, but you do live with my grandmother. So even though I don't fuck with you, I will still go see my grandmother. Check on her. She's old, elderly. It's hot as fuck. Kansas City. I gotta make sure she's eating, getting some water, getting her medicine, going to the doctor type shit like that. I'm not going to stop doing that just because you a shitty ass motherfucker and you got your own shit you going through, which you need help with. You need to address your problems because there's no reason for you to be that evil. But I'm not going to keep you from seeing the persons that or people that I do care about. I still go visit this person. I still go visit that person, even though I know other people that I don't fuck with are close. And they gonna have to deal with that because that's what they want you to do. They want you to stop coming around, stop doing this and that. But when I'm not fucking with you and I'm here for a purpose, which is my grandmother's or something, you shut the fuck up, mind your business, and I'll mind my business, and we really ain't gotta fuck with each other. We really don't have to. I'm not in love with the fantasy of having a close-knit family anymore because I already know that it doesn't exist. It didn't happen for me. I witnessed it with my friends, and boy, that shit is nice. My friends have great families that interact, that love on each other, that come together and by the masses. And I'd see this shit and witness it. You'd be like, bro, y'all kick it.
Y'all do Secret Santa?
Your auntie ain't talking shit about your mom? And your mom ain't talking shit about your aunt?
I don't think I've ever been involved in a Secret Santa in my family.
I haven't done that type shit. We don't do that type shit. I just had an Easter egg hunt with a friend's family, and bro, it was so damn beautiful. They made Easter eggs for the kids. They had all the food there on time. Everybody had a great time and was positively talking to each other. Not one person yelled, not one person cussed out of line. You was like, God damn, this is peaceful. This is nice.
I would tell you the story. It's a fucked up story, but it reiterates by if you hang around bitch niggas, you become a bitch nigga. I had a friend, bitch nigga friend. And he called me out living in Kansas City. called me to come pick him up in Grandview,
Yeah.
Missouri,
Yeah.
because his family left him there
Damn.
because they saw some people that they didn't like, and they left him there on his birthday.
Damn.
Yeah, I drove 20 minutes up there. Like, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? I'm, nah, man, I'm good, man. It's my birthday, whatever. It's like, whatever. Okay, cool. Like, where are your people, man? It's like, well, we was having a party, but I guess my bro, man, he saw somebody he didn't like, so he had to leave. But then he left, so everybody else left, and so, you know, I'm just here, you know, hanging out. And I'm like,
That's just
your whole
that's
people,
awful gay.
like, just left you here on your birthday because they didn't want to get in conflict with some. And I'm looking around the club and shit, like, nigga, you're the only one here. Nobody else is here.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, yeah, I know, man. You want to go somewhere else? Like, yeah, man, let's go somewhere else. Yeah, so we ended up going to a club, and I had to pay for him, and they paid for his drinks, and
Yeah.
all
Nice.
the little bitch niggas that
Hero.
Yeah,
Hero. Okay.
had to learn to stop doing that shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But then, like I said, at the same time, it's like you hang around those people.
Yeah.
You know, you become those people.
Yeah.
You know, it's like for me, I had to hang around real men.
Yeah.
To get out of the bitch nigga environment and stuff that I was hanging out with, you know, people that
see
actually,
the way that things should be.
yeah, people I actually valued, you know,
Yeah.
mainly in the law enforcement, like hang around a lot of
Value
people.
your investment
Yeah.
of time and just being honest and straight up with you. Like, goddamn, if I can do this, I can. If I can't, I can't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hopefully that was good enough for you guys out there. Watch out for bitch niggas. They hide in the bushes.
Treacherous.
You know what I mean? They smile at you.
They're gonna make a whole ass decision every time you give them the opportunity to make a decision. They're gonna go with the whole.
And more likely, what happens if you start thinking about doing bad shit and they encourage you to do bad shit? That's when your level of bitch nigga is increasing.
When you think you about to do bad shit that compromises your good reputation or what you have going on positively for your family life, your finances, your just living state, whether you're at peace, whether you let a motherfucker come live on your couch and it's gonna disrupt your peace. You really gotta put a stop to that shit because no one's gonna pump the brakes for you. People are gonna use you until or for as long as you allow them to. And hang around you for as long as you allow them to. So if you set the boundaries and create space, you will find and gravitate to the right people that will meet you at your appropriate timing and level of maturity.
Set boundaries. Yes. Boundaries is what will keep bitch niggas away.
And don't ignore red flags, because that be the boundary setting that you ignore the red flags and then this motherfucker's on your couch.
Yep.
And it's like, you should have left this motherfucker asking for a ride at work. But
they tell you that they'll be there a week and they've been there for 2 years. That is a problem. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and cut it there. Real Talk with Real Man. I got Kyle, I got James. We'll see you guys next week.
All right, take it easy.
I knew that was going to be a long ass episode. Knew that was going to be a long ass.
One easy one to go in on.
Yep. Because I knew I was going to pop. I knew you was probably going to pop. I had to keep my popping short. Because,
right.
Oh,
you did.
God.
You managed it well.
Yeah. I wanted to tell so many bitch nigga stories. It was, it's bad. It's really bad. He's texting.
Boom.
He said, boom.
There we go. The wife.
Yep.
So what's the next shit? Next episode?
I don't even know, man.
Okay.
I don't even know.
Let's find out.
Look it up.
Look it up? What do you mean?
Just go to the website, remember?
Okay.
You know, we gotta do that after the episode type shit, you know. Camera's still rolling. Associates Productions. I think I'm gonna call this drink an associate, man.
Hey, it works.
You know, it's just it's a drink.
Is that what your Dr. Pepper?
No, root beer.
Oh, okay.
Root beer and Captain Morgan mixed together. It's just a social drink. I'll just call it an associate.
Yeah.
Because it's just it's a casual drink that you could drink with some just casual friends.
AssociateProductions.com, like it?
Yeah. And then get semi-drunk. I'm not that drunk. I'm getting there, though. I don't get too drunk because I got to work later on. Last thing I want to do is drive and lift and have some people.
Oh shit.
People in the backseat like, hey man, you
What?
good? You
don't
good?
Expose yourself like that.
It's like, yeah, man, I'm good. Where you going again?
Exactly, swerving the highway. Bro, I can't get this shit.
Let me go find out.
I can't use this shit.
Apparently Kyle's internet ain't working.
Yeah, this motherfucker says can't find the webpage. It's like, okay. But signal strength is great, so I don't understand.
That's actually pretty good since we're in this cube building. That's one thing I don't
straight
understand.
4G. So yeah, that's mysterious.
You don't have 5G?
4G, G?
Okay.
I'm 1G behind. I'm 1G behind, bro.
Oh, words for the youth.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's always gonna be cool.
Yeah.
I definitely. Everything we just said.
Yep.
Avoid bitch
Avoid
niggas. And fucking man, be adventurous. Be fucking adventurous and fucking try new shit. Try new shit often to see what you like.
I would say learn how to finance your money
Oh yeah.
at a young age. If you can do that
Financial literacy is
shit, if
important.
you do that shit at a young age, man, you be good.
Yeah. Yes.
If you can't, then you gonna be struggling, living check
Trying
to
to
check.
catch up.
Yeah, living check to check.
Trying to
I'm
catch
well in my early 30s and finally learning that I don't have to live check to check.
Yeah.
I'm living 2 checks to check.
Dang. As long as you got a little room to breathe. Man, I like that. As long as you got some room to breathe, bro. If I can take off a couple weeks, 3 weeks, maybe 4.
You know what? If I'm being
and not
honest,
work, that'd be cool.
okay. Here's a in the closing question. If you could do it over again, what would you be doing?
Like career-wise?
Yeah, career wise. If you were doing life over again, what would you do? I got mine.
Career-wise, this is what I did right out of high school, but I started going to school for civil engineering.
Okay.
If I could do it again, it would be a mix of if I had the same mental construct of what I had, then I would go into civil engineering again, but attack it more vigorously and prepared to where I'm applying for my funding and, student aid appropriately, actually getting my housing set up in ample time and shit like that, like doing everything early. I would actually try to attack civil engineering and become like an architect and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
That's on the level of working for someone else, going through the schooling and shit and finding a job at a firm somewhere, a design firm.
Mm-hmm.
If I attacked it with I like the entrepreneur mindset right now that I'm kind of living in, I would have tried to start a small business way earlier, like in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking be looking towards trying to retire by 40, maybe 35. Cause yeah, that gives me the time at home and the finances to escape all the bullshit that I don't like about working currently. So if I could go back and do it again, man, I would definitely try and start a business at 16, 17 and get that working. By the time I'm done with high school, I can do that full time type shit.
Dude, I would be an airline pilot.
Yeah, cool.
Did you know? Because I didn't know this. I thought that you had to go to schooling, you had to do this, you had to do that, have you at a certain age. You can get your airplane pilot at 18 years old.
Yeah.
I didn't know that shit. I was doing Lyft one day and I was driving a couple pilots to their airline. Say they've been flying planes since they were like 21. You can get your airline pilot at 18 and you could be a captain flying one of the big airplanes at 21 years old, man.
Yeah.
Getting paid buku fucking dollars.
Yeah, and traveling everywhere.
Traveling everywhere.
Yes.
But even then, you can still like navigate where you want to go. Because then you could fly like one of the smaller planes, like the private planes, for the rich folk, whatever, and just fly them wherever they want to go, and then hang out where they want to hang out. They pay for the hotels and everything. Absolutely if I had to do it all over again, fuck going to law enforcement, fuck the whole Associates Productions, all the other shit, even though I love my business, I would be an airline pilot. Apparently flying a plane, obviously it's like, you know, you got to deal with like air pressure and cockpits and all the other stuff. But don't let the movies and all those fucking buttons and everything fool you. They just fucking get in there, turn the thing on, and just fly the fucking plane, man. That's it.
Yeah.
I was like, if I knew that shit.
Much more manageable. You just have to be taught. Everything is a training process.
Yep,
and
man.
being taught, bro.
Because then you can even fly. You can fly or start learning your permit at 16.
Yeah.
You just can't fly it by you just can't fly it by yourself. I mean, but like getting your airline pilot license, whatever, is just like getting a driver's license.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
I learned that shit. I'm like, you motherfuckers.
Right. That guarded knowledge that they don't
Yeah.
want you to have because
I
they
didn't
want to
know-
reserve those
I,
jobs.
don't know,
for certain
I guess
people.
in my mind, I'm thinking if you're going in an airplane, it's like being an astronaut. You gotta learn how to do astronaut
so
shit.
sophisticated.
Nope.
But shit, you say that, and then it's like, okay, every Tom, Dick, and Harry that goes through the training and shit. Me, what I think about when I'm flying is, did this motherfucker sleep good last night?
Well, I saw
you know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to have got a full 8 hours, bro.
You saw Flight with Denzel
hours.
Washington? That movie Flight with Denzel Washington, where he's the airplane pilot, but he's a drunk, and so he flies.
You know what I'm
the
saying?
plane. Yeah.
Bro, I don't want no shit like that. You're an alcoholic, or you might have just got fucking dude. It
Then
happens
again,
to everybody.
Listen to me. Then again, you can just get the plane in the air and put it on autopilot, man.
I don't want you to be a fuck up.
Then you just have to land it. You can
forget the autopilot. You forget the gas, bro.
Sober up and then land it.
3,000 feet with a quarter tank of gas. It's like, don't forget the most important shit on my term to fly, bro. I want you practiced. I want you fucking eye of the tiger ready when it's